What's going on, YouTube? It's James Schreiber, Fantasy Battle Report's got another battle report for today. It's the Forest City Fracas. Round number guys, what is going on? If you like that music, I know some of you are like, "Oh, change your music, James." Well, guess what? I put up a thing on the forums, and one of the guys got back to me and said, "Here, I got some music for you to use." This guy goes by the name of his band goes by the name of the Abyssal Heritor. He sent me several tracks. This is one of the ones that I liked for the intro. If you don't like it, well, sorry, I do. Anyways, guys, what's going on, guys? This is your boy James, back in Canada for round number 4, guys. Day one, I had a pretty poor day one, I gotta say. I had a loss, a win, a loss. I had a massive failure at the end of my second or third game. The third game, I ended up having like half the freaking table just run off the table because of just a bad choice, more or less. I just had a shit ton of panic checks. So, anyways, we ended up going out that night. The day before this game, we went to. Oh man, it was something called Tiger Jack. I think it was called Tiger Jack's. It's out in Canada. Basically, this is one half of the table. This is John, Mike Maddox, Mike Smith, Andrew Atman, my brother, myself, and then me and Amanda on the other side with a bunch of other people. And I don't know the other people. They're all Canadians, and I've met them at this event, more or less. But anyways, guys, we had a good time. It's nice to just kind of relax and have these dinners with the other players, just kind of like mingle and talk. Usually most people are bitching about their games, about, oh, fuck with this dice roll, or oh, this stupid fucking rule, fuck me, and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, it was a good dinner. It's good to feel that the Canadian dollar is I felt like I was getting so much more for my money with American dollars. Just gotta say that. I just gotta say that. Anyways, guys, it's like that Euro trip clip, man. I'm gonna put that in right now. Anyways, all right. Moving forward, I'm going to go ahead and play Mr. Ryan Freiberger. Now, this is the captain of Team Canada. We didn't go at each other. This is actually my first time playing him. Now, again, this is 4 games. 4 games. 3 of them, I haven't played these players before. This is the 3rd one. The other 2 that I played this tournament, I have played before, but it's been such a long time. Probably like 3, 4, 5 years since I played them. So that's one of the best things about this tournament for me, is just playing people that I don't play. Anyways, we're going to go over his list really quick. Let's go over that right now. He's playing Demon Legions. Now, guys, for the record, it's Captain Canada versus Captain Mexico here. We're going at this. His Demon Legions, he has a Vanadra Scourge. Now, the Scourge has Evocation. He has a Kaleidoscopic Flash, Living Shield, and Chitinous Scales. He has a BSB that's in a unit, which this is strange to me. Guiding Brimstone Secretions, Dark Pulpit, all that stuff. And divination. But the reason it's weird is because I very rarely see battle standard bearers in demon armies. He has 20 lemures and natural roots, which is where he puts his BSB, by the way. He has 12 succubi, 11 succubi, 3 brazen beasts, a threshing engine with Legion Thresher, divining snout. He has a blazing glory with horns of hubris, 5 sirens, 5 hellhounds, and 6 serpents. Now, going against the Blazing Glory, I'm like looking at the list the day before at dinner, and I'm looking at this like, all right, what is a Blazing Glory? And I'm looking at the stat line, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is it like weapon skill 10? Jesus Christ! Everything's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 on it, and when you do a wound, it lowers its offensive, defensive skill. That's about it, really. Besides that, I'm like, like I can handle a Scourge. I don't really mind playing demons. I like playing demons. They are a very pyro and bow friendly army to play against. But we're gonna see how this goes. Now, right off the bat, I'm gonna just go ahead and state this. This army is beautiful. This army is very pink. And he has I believe Ryan has won plenty of awards before on Best Paint. I know he did one of the team tournaments that we went to, Canada won. So the army is very beautiful. He was actually the second place in best paint in, I think, the whole tournament. I did not get a picture of first place, unfortunately. I was going to, but the guy left early. Um, but it wasn't me. That's actually kind of funnier to me. And out of all the tournaments I've ever been to where I've won so many fucking awards for best paint. Okay, none of them have ever given me money. This one actually was giving money away. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is rigged. This is rigged. Anyways, let's go over Magic. Magic, he got Spectral Blades, Whispers of the Veil, Stars of the Line, Scrying, and a Smite the Unbeliever, and something else way up there. For Magic, I ended up rolling Druidism. So I got Healing Waters, I got the Rod of Battle, I got Fireball, Flaming Swords, Pyroflow, and Scorching Slavo. Alright, guys, now I'm trying to remember how did we match this up. They did not put this in the freaking new recruit. It might have been, I think this one might have been Counter Thrust. And I want to say, oh, this was a weird objective, a very weird one. Basically, we had to pick terrain. It had to be anything that's not impassable, and there's 3 pieces of terrain on the table. So if I pick one and he picks one, and we pick the same one, that's the terrain we have to get our scoring units in. If I pick one and he picks a totally opposite one, it's whatever the third one is. Okay? So I have 2 pieces of terrain on my side. I have a hill and a field or a forest or whatever. He has 1, I want to say. So we ended up picking, or he has the ruins. I think it's the ruins, the fields, and the forest. So if I pick the forest and he picks the ruins, it ended up in the fields. And that's basically what happened. It could backfire if we both picked the same one, or if he picked one and I picked the other, and then put it on my side. So it's really hard to which ones to pick. But we're gonna go into how we deployed. Now, unfortunately, I didn't really take a good picture of deployment. But more or less, I want to say it was counter thrust, so I go ahead and I drop my hordes in the center. I'm using this impassable terrain on the left, but what I'm trying to do is actually avoid the left side. So I put just 1 piece of the K-Pack there, my Beastie Boys, my Doom Diver right behind the rock, because honestly, I can shoot everything on the right side, no problem with the Doom Diver. I put my General's unit, the Chosen Crown, right there next to the Doom Diver. Then I go ahead and I put Goblins, Orcs, and Giant, and other pieces of the K-Pack. What ended up happening, though, is he saw where I deployed heavy with Orcs, and he deployed in the corner opposite of me. Okay? So as you can see, that's going to be turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins, turn 1. You can see he deployed everything on the left side. Now, from the left, way over there, that's his Blazing Glory, his Scourge, his Brazen Beast, they're all by the ruins. Then he has his Sirens, his Engine, his Lemures with his BSB, his 2 Sirens, his Hellhounds, and then his Veil Serpents. Now, as you can see, turn 1, I just ran up with the Giants. I didn't really care. Now, the one thing I do care about, obviously, is not so much the Hellhounds. If his Hellhounds stay there, I'm going to pop out my my Maulers, my chicken head in the Maulers, and chicken head in the gang, man, and just charge forward with them. But what I'm looking at, honestly, is I'm looking at those Veil Serpents, and for some reason, because the models are small little Fury models, even though he put them on bigger bases, in my head, I thought they were Furies. So I go ahead and I just run Cletus up to the right side, totally thinking, oh, he's not going to attack me with his chaff, right? And I put the K-Pack a little bit further back. Now I have I have the K-Pack separated 2 and 1, so 1's on the other side, the other 2 are on this side, and he's hiding behind that wall. That's fine. I got my Beastie Boys up on the hill. I have Rukkus right behind him on the hill. Then I have my 2 Orcs moving up. Now, more or less, I think that was it, more or less. You could see my general moved up. Magic, I got an 8 on the flux. Big phase, but I don't get much off in Magic. I go ahead and I do like a Pyroflow here, end up killing off 2 Hellhounds, and I think the other dice, I just flubbed them. Shooting, not much happened. He really stayed further back with his deployment because he knew I was going first. He knew I had bow fire. He also cornered a lot of his units, so a lot of the units were either behind a wall, behind the ruins, or behind something else, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. So it's going to start off turn 1, Demons. Demons turn 1. He charges the hellhounds here into my dogs, and my dogs are like, and they run away. They run through my giant, run through the orcs, and they'll rally because they have faint flight. But the rukkus is gonna stay right there. He fails. I don't even think he fails redirect. I think he just fails the charge. He decides not to charge Cletus, which I found interesting after the fact. He moves back because again, I'm thinking, oh, he's Furies. Why would he want to deal with any of this, right? Now, he fails the charge. That's it. Everything starts to move up. Now, his Scourge decides to be aggressive. His Scourge decides he's going to start threatening my Chosen of Crom, and he puts it right out of my line of sight. He's probably like 17 inches away at this moment, and I'm like, oh, shit, I fucked up. I fucked up because, A, he doesn't respect the 1K pack hitting a Scourge. If anything, that's just going to give him more rage. I contemplated charging him with the other Beastie Boys and just having the Maulers just swing away at him and try to pick off some wounds. I'll have Hatred Strength 6 with them, but maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So at this point, I'm just like, maybe I'll just avoid him for right now. Magic, he ended up getting a Twisted Effigy off. He rolls, it looks like he rolled triple sixes. I want to say he rolled triple sixes. I contemplated letting this go off, but I was like, let me just stop it, man. I really don't want the Twisted Effigy. I want the Pyromancy going off, so I ended up having to stop it. He ends up doing Smite the Unbeliever here onto Cletus, and that's basically to lower, I want to say his strength, in case it charges Veil Serpents. And then he ends up putting up Scrying on his Scourge. This I think was the nail in the coffin where I was like, I'm not gonna fuck with that guy, man. Let him stay there with this scrying. Let's go start off turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Guys, I'm gonna give you a 3-second warning on a 3, 2, 1. Wog! I wog. Now I charge Rukkus and the Savages into the Hellhounds. Reasoning for this is I want the Savages to push forward. I actually charged Cletus, I think, into the flank of one of those Siren Succubi units, but or as Luke says, Succubi units, but I think he ended up failing the charge. So he just kind of stumbles forward. Now, I decide, I don't know why, but this is a very, very, very old tip that I was taught way back on fucking Adepticon 20, whatever number that was, 2016. But I decided to put my spiders as a screen so he has no legal charge to charge into my general's unit. My general's unit just backed up a bit. The spiders go in front of the general's unit and just kind of create a screen. So in the situation that his Scourge charges the spiders to get to my general, okay? He'll get the spiders, kill the spiders, overrun into my general. I set up the goblins on the right, the rabble goblins, into brick formation, into ranks, so I could charge the flank, countercharge the flank of his Scourge. I'm thinking like 2 moves ahead, like, yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. You'll see what happens. All right. I'm trying to move the Rotten Tooth clan tribe up onto the hill. They're kind of struggling where they were at. They're the slowest one in the whole army right now compared to the action. And I decided to have the other beasties kind of just chill back by the orcs that just charged the hellhounds. Okay, now let's go. That picture right there just shows a little bit more on the right. The K-Pac's trailing Cletus, and the other K-Pac is line inside of his Scourge. Let's go here. Magic got a 2 on the flux. Go ahead and get a fireball off. End up killing off maybe one succubi. So one succubi. Alright, go ahead and do a scorching salvo and end up killing off a couple more succubi out of each unit. I think I put a wound onto his lemurs. Over here, the Doom Diver. Doom. I launch out one of these guys. I love that. I love that I'm just like popping freaking fanatics out like, ha ha! This guy especially, because he looks like he's helicoptering down with this fucking ball and chain. Anyways, I decided to pop it right here in front of the succubi succubus to have him fear charging with this unit. I had a choice because it could have gone in front of any of the 3 units right there because they were all within 3 inches of the failed target. Anyways, the Savage Orcs, the Foot Clan, ended up losing 3 of them to the Hellhounds that swing first, but I ended up killing the Hellhounds. I let Rukkus just runs forward because Rukkus doesn't really give a flying fuck about at the time what I thought were harpies or furies and these 6 succubi that are left after shooting in pyromancy. Alright, so you can see this is a better picture of how many succubi are left in each unit. The first unit on the left started with 12, the second one started with 11. So I've ended up killing 5 on one and only like 3 on the other or something like that. And I'm like, alright, I feel good about this. This is good. Let's go ahead. Let's start off. Turn 2, Demons. Demons turn 2. He charges his lemures here into my Orcs. This scares me. I contemplate fleeing, but the charge is pretty far. Okay? He charges his threshing engine into the Orcs. Again, needs like maybe a 9 or a 10. I think it was a 10. But it's possible because this fucking thing has a huge movement range, okay? Huge. And then he charges the succubi in front of Rukkus into him. Now, the angle that Rukkus is at, he has to turn just a wheel past Rukkus, and it won't get all my Orcs in, which is probably better for him, but worse for me, right? What ended up happening is the lemures. All right, let me go do it in order. The threshing engine, he rolls it first, he nails it. I'm like, oh, fuck, he's gonna kill me with that threshing engine. We're not done with charges here. He charges his fucking sirens here through the ruins into my spiders, and I'm just like, I'm just going to have to take that to the face. I totally wasn't paying attention to that. I was so hyper focused on the scourge. I wasn't focused on the fact that he had these sirens here that he could just charge in. So he gets his threshing engine, no problem. Boom! He gets his succubi in. He fails his lemures. He's like, shit, that should be it. Alright? I'm a little bit like, at least I got a little bit of breathing room here. I don't really care too much about the succubi. I might be able to hold steadfast if he doesn't kill enough, right? Over here he gets into the spiders, and yeah. The rest of his stuff moves up. His scourge moves in a situation where he can start to he's still threatening my general. His brazen beasts are getting closer. His blazing glory is getting closer. He moves away from the fanatic with the 1 unit of succubi, and he moves the furies, or not the furies, I'm sorry, the veil serpents. Again, I still at this moment think they are veil or furies. At this moment, I still think they are furies. Okay. Eventually, I realize the truth. Alright, magic! He got a 4 on the flux. He rolls Whispers of the Veil with his general, the Scourge, but he rolls triple 5s. I let it go, so he takes a miscast. He ends up taking 1 wound onto this. This wound is going to come back and bite him in the ass. Alright, he ends up getting stars aligned here on the succubi, and I tried to. He did. He tried to wink in my strength. He did smite the unbeliever onto my Orcs. I stopped that. I ended up using all my dice to stop it. Like, I definitely can't let that go. Didn't fucking matter. Once he got stars aligned here, and then he boosted his strength on his other unit. What did he get? Or reroll to wound. No. It was Whispers of the Veil. That's what he did. He did the Whispers of the Veil that lowered my toughness. I was like, I'm fucked. Up here, as you can see, he killed 4 of my spiders. I ended up killing off 2 of his sirens. He's going to win combat. I'm hoping to hold. I'm trying to just stay there. And I fail my roll. Now, it's like, he has a charge and 4 wounds. I have only 2. So I'm down by 3. I need like a leadership 5. I don't make it. Alright. They run through. He overruns into my general's unit, and he sticks me there. That's literally what happens. I get stuck there. I'm like, son of a bitch. That backfired. Over here, this motherfucker rolls a perfect impact hit rolls. His fucking succubi go, and they fucking rip apart my savage orcs, okay? I had 40 savages. 40. 4-0. He wipes them down to just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. 7. Okay? Now, real quick, I I had 40. He killed 3 with the Hellhounds. That means he did 30 wounds. 30! 30 with 6 succubi and a threshing engine. 30 fucking wounds! Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ! Now, I did pop my banner. My banner gave me lightning reflexes, so I swing back and I said, I'm just gonna kill the succubi because I don't think I could hold on the fucking engine. I don't really care if I can wound it right now. His engine's not really a threat, but the succubi are. So I go all into the succubi and I do exactly the 6 wounds to kill him. I think I did a few more, but he made Wartes, but I kill the succubi. I'm like, oh, cool. I hold steadfast. He goes, no, man, it's a Legion Thresher. It counts as having a monstrous rank. Ugh. So I run. I run automatically. There's just no way in hell I have enough combat res. I run through. I don't think I run through anybody. I think I just fit in the gap between Rukkus and my Rotten Tooth. So I just run, and yeah, I do. And I don't know if he failed to catch me or if he decided to stay back. I don't really remember. I think he decided to stay back because my orcs are chaffed, and so are my goblins. I think my goblins are facing the wrong way. So he's like, whatever. All right, turn 3. Orcs and goblins. Orcs and goblins turn 3. What he didn't see, something I saw. Okay? The direction Cletus is in, he sees the threshing engine. Alright, so one thing is I have to get Rukkus out of the way. The way Cletus could go is he could go into a straight line, turn left at the orcs, and then pop into the fucking front of the threshing engine. So I charge Rukkus. Now I thought long and hard about this. I thought maybe I kill these Furies because I still think they're Furies, or I could get into those succubi. I don't think the succubi could hurt Rukkus. They're only strength 3. I don't care if they have 100 attacks. They don't do enough wounds to Rukkus. So I'm like, fuck it. Rukkus is going into the succubi, and I'm just gonna deal with that. That's what I'm gonna do. So let's charge Rukkus in. Let's charge Cletus into the threshing engine, and basically hope for the best. All right, they both get in. Boom! Now Cletus needed like an 8 to get in, okay? Over here, I use the K-Pack on the left. That's actually the Koopa model on the left to just start threatening ranges on the left. I got him around the terrain. He's kind of ignoring him at the moment. And then it looks like my Beastie Boys on the bottom, they panicked or I moved back. I think I failed the panic roll on purpose when he killed my savages because I did not want to roll it to try to stick on a leadership 6. I just decided I'm going to fail the panic. I reformed my orcs, my Rotten Tooth clan, to face this threshing engine in case Cletus stays there for a round or whatever, right? So I rank them up, and basically I haven't put the bodies back. Moved the K-Packs. I separated the K-Pack. I put one up top, one down bottom. The reason I did this was because I did not have enough movement to get them from having the orcs run through them. If the Foot Clan runs through them, then I'm going to take panic checks. I just chose not to deal with that. I decided to just split them up and just leave a gap so they could run through. Alright. Magic! Got a 5 on the flux. Go ahead and do a Scorching Slavo. I end up killing off one Lemure. And then I go ahead and shoot the Doom Diver. Doom Diver shoots over here. Boom. I drop it right in front of the Brazen Beasts. Part of the reason for this, I think I tried to shoot the Scourge, to be fair. But when I failed, I just dropped it behind into the Brazen Beasts because I want to deter him from charging the Brazen Beast on top of the Scourge into my general. Alright, up top, Rukkus! Rukkus kills 6 of these motherfucking bitches. He's facing sideways because this is after combat. He did 0 wounds. If I stayed facing front, his lemures could see my ass, so when I turned sideways, I ended up actually getting skinnier, which is pretty fucking funny. So Rukkus ends up just staying there. I think I failed to do the maximized Thunderstomp, but it doesn't really matter. I think this is fine. Over here, Cletus didn't have such a good luck. I had the choice of weapons here. I think I might have went paired weapons. I had a choice to do great weapon too, but I don't think it mattered. I might have done Great Weapon. I don't even remember. But what ended up happening is he ends up doing 3 wounds onto Cletus. Cletus only gets 1 wound. I feel like I failed all my rolls. I think I just whiffed entirely just on my roll attacks. But what ends up happening is I have a charge and a wound. He has 3 wounds back. I lose by 1, but I stay there, which is good. Which is good for Cletus. Over here, I end up killing off the rest of the sirens, but I am here as like a sitting target, and it's gonna start off turn 3. Demon Legion's turn 3. He charges his pretty pink fucking scourge, his pretty and pink scourge, right into the Chosen of Crom. He charges his brazen beasts. Now, the brazen beasts. Well, we'll get there. He charges his veil serpents. Now, if I could have reformed to be a little bit further away or not get charged here. Or make the charge ridiculously far. But what ended up happening here is I didn't even think that these guys were going to charge me because I thought they were Furies. He charges them in, and then I realized, oh shit, they're Veil Serpents. Now here, the Brazen Beasts failed the charge. They needed a 10. They rolled a 9. Woo! They do hit the Fanatic. The Fanatic does 2 wounds onto them. The Scourge goes in alone. Woo! I am shitting bricks at this moment, okay? As you can see, the Fanatic, I whiffed. Now, here at this moment, I think the book wasn't clear. I had to ask Malden, and after the fact, I got the right response. But we think it was 2d6 impact hits from the Fanatic, but he ran through me, which would actually do 3d6. But that was my fault for not reading it correctly. Over here, he ends up taking a couple wounds from the other Fanatic. He walks the Lemures into him and just said, fuck it. I think he's holding the objective right now. Yeah. That's how the table looks. He gets the Veil Serpents into Cletus, and his Scourge is into Zod. Alright, Magic. He got a 7 on the Flux, goes ahead, and gets off Whispers of the Veil. And my General, this scares the shit out of me, because at this moment, they are not fearless. My army is not fearless at all. So this could really fuck over my General. He ends up getting Smite the Unbeliever here. I think I try to stop the Whispers. No, I think I stopped the Stars Align. I had to stop the Stars Align because I have Ward Save, and he'll fuck up Zod with that. So he ends up getting Smite the Unbeliever off here, and I just kind of have to let this go. I have to accept the fact that Cletus is going to die to these Veil Serpents. Alright, so Combat, he ends up just ripping apart Cletus. I think, he removed the model. I'm just going to be upfront with you here. I think he removed the model because he felt bad that I thought they were Furies. Either that or Rukkus ended up killing one before he died. That's quite possible as well. But he had all the attacks before me, I think. I don't think he was Agility 3 except for the Threshing Engine. So it's possible the Threshing Engine killed me, and I swung back at the Veil Serpents and split up the attacks, and I just only killed 1 Veil Serpent. But I haven't done shit to this Threshing Engine. It only looks like he took 1 wound only. Over here, we're fighting at the same time. We both have great weapons. I have Kingslayer. So I end up swinging it away. Now, I get the extra attack for having other units in combat. Rukkus, I think, is in combat, or somebody's in combat. I don't remember who else is in combat. So I get +1 attack. So I get 4 attacks base, 1 attack because of Brood Rivalry, and 1 more attack for Kingslayer. I have 6 attacks. I get 1 wound off. Okay, I probably got like 3 wounds off, but he made his ward saves. Okay. He does the same thing back. Now he's raging, but he only has 1 extra wound. So he because it's the same initiative, so he ends up doing 2 wounds through my armor, through my ward saves. Whew. He has a charge and 2. I have 1, and I have a banner, so I lose by 1 plus fear plus Whispers of the Veil. I need a 5. I am steadfast, so I need a 6. I pass. I don't even have a BSB. My BSB is on the other side of the table running away like a little bitch. Oh my god, my heart's dropping. Oh shit. But yeah, that's how the table looks, and you can see all my little charge markers because turn 4, Orcs and Goblins, I'm charging! Charging my Goblins. I pop my Maulers with Chicken Heads group, my Chicken Maulers, into my into that stupid fucking threshing engine. I want to say I charged the Orcs too. It's a flank for the Orcs, so I can overrun into his Veil Serpents if I want to. Now, one of my K-Pack, which is still up there by the wall, is going to skim the wall and charge into the Veil Serpents. Rukkus charges into the Blazing Glory, and this is where I find out. This is where I find out that it doesn't matter if somebody else is in combat. It just matters if Rukkus is in 12 inches of that somebody, and that somebody is actually Koopa on the left. Koopa is charging into the Brazen Beast on the left. They will both get in. I think everybody gets in here. I think I have one failed charge on the right, which is another piece of the K-Pack. And then I charge, obviously, the Goblins into the flank of the Scourge. I know I'm about to lose Zod. I have a great feeling that I'm about to lose Zod, but I could hold him with the Goblins for quite a while, depending on what happens. All right? So everybody, boom, 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 boom! Everybody gets in. You can see the one K-Pack unit on the right side. He failed to get in. The Orcs, I'm trying to heal the Orcs, I think, and I think he knows that, or I tried it with the turn before, but I failed, because if I get one more Orc, I'm not rolling on half leadership, I'm just rolling on the leadership 7. Alright, so everybody's in. This is a crazy turn. Magic, whatever that is, I think it's a 6. I got quite a few dice, okay? I forgot what I tried to roll. Most of my spells don't matter because I'm in combat. But I ended up getting off a, I want to say I did like a 5 or 6 dice, or 5 dice healing waters. And he saw me do it. He tries to stop it, but he failed to stop it. And I heal 1 wound off my general. Ooh, this is going to be huge. Over there, I'm going to use another picture because I'm just going to zoom in on Rukkus up here on this blazing glory. Let's see if I have a better picture. I don't. Okay. Up here. I'm going to have to show you this picture here. Koopa goes in. Now, he challenges. Koopa, I do the exact overkill. So I got 3 wounds plus 4 overkill. That pops his fucking unit. I don't even think I did that many, to be fair. I have a charge, a flank, and then I do however many wounds it is. 3. That's 5. Okay. He might have a banner. I want to say he might have a banner, but it didn't matter because he loses by 4 and his unit pops it to the point. And he was like, if I didn't take those 2 wounds from your fanatic, I would have lived. I overrun with Koopa on purpose. On purpose. It's impossible to get into the flank of the Lemures. But just getting closer to Rukkus, I'm able to use Rukkus's Iron Orc ability to take his weapon from Koopa. So I take the shield from Koopa, and I'm like, haha, let's fight with the Blazing Glory and Rukkus. I decide to use his shield. And I'm like, you're hitting me on 4s. He's like, what? I go, shield, motherfucker. He rolls like, I don't know how many dice he gets, like fucking 5, 8, 10 or something stupid. And he only rolls 1 hit, and he fails to wound. I have a charge flank, big flank, and I did like a wound. I pop him right off the bat. Boom! I'm like, ha ha ha, fucking Rukkus! Oh, Rukkus, you son of a bitch. I turn him to face the ass of the Lemures, basically just kind of leaving him in the threat range. Up here, you can see my K-Pack. This guy right here, he ends up killing off 2 of the Veil Serpents and a wound on another, but basically he's going to just stay there. He ends up doing 2 wounds back to me, unfortunately. Over here, Zod does 2 wounds, okay, onto his Scourge. He does 2 wounds onto Zod. He goes, shit. If you didn't heal that 1 wound on Zod, Zod would be dead. But I healed, and I did 2 to his 2. But I have a charge, a flank, a big flank, 3 ranks, 2 banners. This fucking Scourge goes bye-bye. Woo! Holy shit. Oh my god. This turn was a huge swing. As you can see, the threshing engine is fucking me up still. He killed spiders, my beastie boys, and he killed my alpha. But I'm just going ahead and I do a couple wounds to him, but it just I can't do shit. This is stupid. I can't do shit to this threshing engine. It's gonna start off turn 4. Demons. Demons turn 4. He decides to walk away. He's holding on to the objective. I think that's what he had to do. He had to grab the objective and walk away with it, which he currently has in his lemures, and he will. Magic, he got a 1 on the flux. He ends up putting up some buffs on there. I don't have it because it's buried underneath the card. Probably like reroll to hit. And over here, he ends up killing one of my maulers, but I end up popping this guy eventually. I think I just picking wounds through. Turn 5, Orcs and Goblins. I charge Koopa and rukkus into the flanks, double flanking this bitch. Now, here's what happens. On my turn, this is happening fast. I don't have pictures of all these turns because the turns are going fast now. But I only kill like one dude. I'm dead serious. I only killed like one dude. I have charge. I think he took it with the champ. Champ gets killed. And then I killed like one with Rukkus. And that's it. Really. He has 3 ranks of natural roots, banner, BSB. He actually is going to win combat, I think. I have a charge flank, big flank, 2 wounds or so. So the first round we just stay there. Okay? Magic on his turn 5, he ends up giving himself buffs or scrying, and that fucks me right there. At the end of his combat here, I whiff. I might have killed one guy. Doesn't even matter. I fucking whiffed. I think I did a couple wounds, and he just ward saved him, and he was like, "Oh, sorry," because he's Canadian. He's like, "Sorry." And it's fine, but you can see he did a couple wounds onto Rukkus. He's winning by a lot of combat res. Rukkus runs off the table. He follows, and when he does, he runs off with the objective, and now I can't even get the objective. It's kind of like Spoils of the War. But that's it. That's basically a game. I wiped out the fucking engine finally, and he's off the table, so turn 6, I'm going to just stand here. His turn 6, he pops back on, and that's the end of the game, man. Wow. Koopa does rally, by the way, so that does save me some points. It's an Orc and Goblin victory. It could have been a bigger Orc and Goblin victory if I could have either popped his objective away from him or if I could have got the objective myself. But because he got the objective, it only became a 12-8. He knew that round, like 3 or 4, where I popped everything, he was like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And I actually was really excited to get you this game because it kind of showcased a few things. It showcased like the usage of these guys together, Rukkus and Koopa, or Rukkus with anybody really, because of using those extra weapons helped out so much. I don't have a video for like talking to him after, and I really feel bad about that because I really would like to hear what he had to say about the game. But this game kind of like, it was swingy. It really was swingy. I thought I was going to die a couple times. He failed a lot of charges that he could have probably got a huge win on me on. If the Brazen Beast got into my general, that would have swung the game entirely. But man, that was pretty cool. That was pretty intense. It's a pretty big Orc and Goblin victory, even though it's just a 12-8. I'm pretty proud of how they did on this game. I do feel like I lost Cletus a little dumb. I just didn't even check to see if those were Veil Serpents. I just assumed they were Furies. But that's my mistake. It dawned on me after he did the charge. I was like, oh. But overall, yeah. Orcs won. I beat Captain Canada. All right, guys. Let's see. I got a couple things I could give to you. Let's see. I'm trying to get to new recruit here. Round 4. I ended up killing 3,700 points of his. He ended up killing 1,900 points of mine. Again, that's pretty cool. My savages never rallied, so they did run off the table. They were considered decimated, I should say. And pretty much almost all my units lived, I think. Lost Rukkus, Cletus, the savages. I think that was the main force that I lost. Don't know what else I lost. Spiders, I guess. Shit, what else was I going to say? I was going to say something. Don't really recall right now. I'm drawing blanks. Oh, my points. That's what I was gonna do. All right, sorry about that. Sorry, hammer scoring. All right, so Zod and the Chosen of Crom, they ended up getting a lot of points. They ended up getting the most points I've gotten this whole tournament so far, 1159 in just this game, and it was mostly off of killing just the fucking Scourge. Scourge is probably one of the highest points characters in the game, period. So that's kind of makes sense that if the Chosen of Crom handled it, they get that many points. Pushes them to first place, got 2,200 points. K-Pack High Quality ends up getting 483, which is kind of cool because they split up and they all just kind of did their things. But I ended up getting 1,900 points or total for them. I ended up getting 483 on this game. The Foot Clan ended up getting 424 this game. They're in third place, and then the Beastie Boys only got 397 this game. Rukkus got a massive 725, but it doesn't put him that much higher. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth place right now with 1509. The Gobble Horde got a huge bump by helping kill the Scourge. Baxter is dropping in the rankings. He's in 7th right now. Cletus is in 8th. Cletus is okay though. I mean, for what his points are worth, he's not averaging his point cost, but he offers me another option, which you'll see on the next game, I think. The Doom Diver is really underperforming. It got 111. It's actually the second game it got 111, but it does kind of play a different role where it's kind of stopping people from charging. And then the Rotten Tooths got on the board finally with 315 this game, but only at 509 total. That was actually pretty interesting. My MVP this game is probably between Zod and Rukkus. I really can't split those up. But Rukkus did a good job. He just failed at the end. So I think I'd give it to Zod because Zod actually just scared the shit out of him. And then finally, my last game is going to be against Alex Meyer. Beast Herd game. I will get you guys that game as soon as possible. I'm trying to finish this Fracas and then get you to the WCW. And then I'm also getting ready for Strength in Numbers. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the music. I hope you enjoyed this game. And any feedback, I would love to hear it. I hope Freiberger, if Black Lancer, I hope you leave some feedback as well. And until next time, guys, take care and